when Alex walked to the gym and I say, hey, man, this guy's for sure, he's going to be champion.
But I feel like his hands are always pretty low, but he's so long.
When he start walking Khalil down and he just keep his hand down, I was like, keep your goddamn hands up.
As a fan, what are some of the matchups that you want to see right now in the UFC?
Chimaev and Nick Bo.
Glover, I just texted Bo Nickel, and I said, hey, Glover just said he wants to see you and Hamzat. He said, I want that too.
Obviously, Alex might be the biggest star in the UFC right now. Who do you want him to fight next?
The biggest fight right now will be Jon Jones.
Alex apparently told you recently you have to fight again. Update us on that.
Woo! Let's go, baby. Overdogs Podcast in the house today. Once again, we got all the boys here scrambling. What's up, boys? How y'all doing, man?
Dirty Boxing Championship.
Yes, sir.
I still need my loot gear, bro. My loot box.
You need some lube?
Yeah, that too.
Yo, I went back and watched Bisping, the full episode. And I don't watch a lot of like the full episodes. I kind of go through like clips, but dude, banger. That was one of my favorite episodes so far.
Me and my family get together and watch a few. My mom was loving the Michael Bisping episode. She's like, oh, you had Bisping on? You didn't tell me? She's so wet over Bisping, dude.
God. Did you guys see this? Like, I mean, I don't know if you've been paying a lot of attention to the Diddy shit, but I'm like, man, this thing feels like it's just about to spiral out of control. So I don't know if you saw this, but the CEO of Abercrombie, I guess, just got arrested like yesterday or the day before for like sex trafficking.
What?
Yeah.
No.
And I think he was maybe even the founder of it, but I know he was the CEO and like just got arrested in the last couple of days.
Is charged with running sex trafficking ring.
Of
Wow, have you seen this fucking
Balenciaga?
guy?
Of who?
What the fuck?
No, Abercrombie and Fitch.
Balenciaga's in that shit too. They just
Yeah.
the bougie ones, they're not getting caught up because they got too much money and power, and they probably have blackmail tapes on BlackRock and all of them. But Abercrombie is like $40 shirts and shit, so they're like they don't have enough pull to stay out of the trouble. Now they say that Diddy's got a clone. The guy that's in jail is a clone of Diddy.
What the
I hadn't seen that one yet.
You didn't see that one?
No, I hadn't seen that one yet. No. But I mean, you're saying that, dude. You know the guy from LVHM, which owns Louis Vuitton and all those subsidiary companies. He was all wrapped up in the fucking Epstein shit.
Wasn't Victoria's Secret? The Victoria's Secret dude was too.
Same thing.
Like, what the fuck, bro?
Y'all carry on. I gotta run out and grab. I forgot my Zen pouches. I'll die before the episode's over. I'll die.
Glover might like the Zen pouches. He probably messes with them since Alex Pereira's always giving them to everybody. My wife was like talking about stuff. Oh, they say this is bad or too much of this or too much of that. I'm like, people have said so much about so many things in life. Every time something new comes up and is popular, someone says, oh, this is actually not good, but there hasn't really been any testing on it, or it's been around for years, and someone just says something isn't good, or someone says something is so great for you, and then they come out years later and say, oh, there's all these side effects linked to this and that. Like, they did that with weed. And they were like, "Oh, it's the devil's lettuce, and it opens the doors. It's a gateway to crack cocaine, and now and she's like, even doctors are lying." I'm like, yes, because doctors now are pushing marijuana, like, it's so good for so many benefits for all types of diseases like epilepsy or Parkinson's or this or that. Like, now weed is like this big popular thing because so many people pushed it. She was talking to me about the dab pens and saying that smoking the flower is better than the dab pen because the dab pen has all these is bullshit in it. But I'm like, no one's getting cancer from dab pens. Relax.
Yeah. But I mean, like, we know they're all paid off, right? Like, look at the fucking FDA, right? Like, when they tell you don't eat eggs and don't eat meat, but like have a consistent diet of fucking Fruity Pebbles. Like, what a joke.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, COVID.
You can't trust any of these motherfuckers, dude. They're all paid off.
I don't get the whole Zen stuff though. Like I don't get. They're just spitless tobacco pouches. It's like snuff.
Yeah, that's
all.
it. Yeah, same shit. I think all they
So
do is
it
like
doesn't hurt your tummy after you swallow that shit all day?
Nah, it doesn't. And I've got them in consistently, dude, nonstop.
I think you're just too lit to feel the stomach pains.
I haven't shit in 2 weeks though.
That doesn't sound very zenful.
Oh man, I was shitting on that dirty boxing video. I hate videos on the toilet or like jokes on the toilet. Like Kevin Holland does the fucking real shit from the shitter. I hate that. Like I'm not watching that. Like if you're on the toilet and I know it, I'm moving. You know who got my ass once, dude? Andrew Schulz. He was doing a live IG live, and he invited me on, so I joined Andrew Schulz's live, and it's like he's in like a corner box, and you see like from his head up, like the ceiling above him. I'm like, is he on the toilet right now on an Instagram live? And he invited me to come on, and I'm like, he's too famous right now for me to leave the live because he's on the shitter. I had to get that clout, bro. I'm just saying, man.
Man, I'm telling you, dude, we need to get him on. He'd be an amazing guest. Theo Vaughn is another one that I'd really like to get on, outside of the fight sphere. Did you see Theo and JD Vance, I guess, yesterday?
I heard about it. I heard he was so cracking him up. It's
so
good.
Funny, dude. Of course, the one with him and Trump was hilarious too. He was like talking about doing cocaine with Trump, and shit. He did the same thing yesterday. He was like, he's like, yeah, I mean, I don't know how to put this, but like, it's sad that you really can't do cocaine legally in the U.S. And JD just starts fucking laughing and says, I might steal that one from you. And then he goes, after the election. It's like, damn.
Yeah, I mean, they responded to me a while back, but before Andrew Schulz tried to get me up the week of the Jake Paul fight, I got beat up anyways. I should have went and fucking did it. I should have went and did the show.
Yeah, Theo and Andrew actually texted me yesterday and said they would have brought you on if you would have won the Jake Paul fight, but they're not too interested at this point.
Yeah, well, if I would have won, I would have been too big for all y'all and wouldn't have came on to none of them shows. I'd have been at home fucking chilling, not talking to nobody.
Well, then I'm glad you fucking lost, man, because I like hanging out with you every week.
Fucked up, dude. Fucked up, man. Glover Teixeira, the champion, the former UFC light heavyweight champion and current, I would say, head coach of Alex Pereira. Are you the head coach?
Yeah.
Fala galera, my brother. God bless you. It's good to see you. These are my brothers, Ice Bags and Mac Malley.
Hey, nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you, Glover.
Pleasure's all ours.
All right. So, Glover, to start the show off in an interesting way, we like to have fun here. We try to get the MMA fans to enjoy watching. So I'm going to start the show with 10 conspiracy theories in 30 seconds. All right. So yes or no answers. You got 30 seconds. I'm going to drop 10 questions. Yes or no. Do you think these conspiracies are real or fake? Are lizard people real?
Lizard people? No.
No. Is Michelle Obama a man?
No.
Did we land on the moon?
Yes.
Okay. The U.S. started COVID?
No.
No. Did Biden poop his pants?
I don't know, man.
Did the CIA kill Kennedy?
Don't know. No.
Oh. Is Hollywood a pedo cult?
Pedo cult? What's that mean?
Like a pedophile cult.
Oh, ooh, man. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I hope not.
I gotta get more information about it,
I need a pamphlet.
CIA, did CIA start the AIDS epidemic?
No.
No. The U.S. government assisted in 9/11.
No.
And last one, is the government controlling the hurricanes?
No.
I like Glover, man. He's a positive guy,
Yes.
bro. He just
Yeah.
believes in this. He believes in freedom.
Yeah, it's like it's too crazy, you know. But I do believe this, okay? The hurricane, like all the storm, big things going. I think they know when is the big one's gonna hit and when it's not, and sometimes they just scared people like, oh, it's gonna become the big one, you know. And sometimes they're right, but most of the times they just scared people, so people go Home Depot and buy everything that is there, spend money at the gas stations. All the gas stations empty, all the grocery stores empty because the fear that they put, like, okay, it's gonna be a big storm coming up, and they make some money. I think so.
Yeah, but when they're right, did they warn North Carolina? Does anybody know about that?
No, that was just totally unexpected. It was more they couldn't handle the amount of water, you know what I mean? It turned into mudslides and things like that.
Yeah, sandbags wouldn't have helped out in that. But hey, Glover, how you doing, man? How's everything going since you got the number one fighter in the world and you were the number one fighter before you passed the torch to him? How's everything going?
Everything's great, my friend. Go in the gym. I'm actually in the gym right now. We open up a space, going bigger right now, and life is good. Enjoy the fall over here in Connecticut. It's beautiful. Enjoy nature outside. Living the life.
Amen. Yes, sir. So my guy Ice Bags here, he got up to go get his Zen pouches because he's so addicted. What do you think about Alex Pereira always doing the Zens? Do you do them sometimes? Does he pass them to you?
I have one right.
I haven't tried them. I haven't tried those yet.
The problem is, Mike, once you try them, you can't stop. You have one in all day.
Maybe if I did Zens, I would have beat Jake Paul, huh?
No, I don't think so that way. But like, it definitely is. It's a nicotine. It's like it's a stimulant. Like coffee. Like
Or Viagra?
bro. Yeah, bro. But like, if you tired when I'm reading, I'm tired of the beer. I get an espresso and the nicotine, man. Stay awake for another hour or two.
Yes, sir. I like a little smoke. I like a little nicotine myself. I don't mind it, you know. But what was I gonna say? So guys, I met Glover Teixeira a while back. I think it was UFC 202 maybe. He was fighting on the card or yeah, because we were at the Las Vegas Red Rock at the casino and we were in the workout room and you were training with your coach. This is when I met you 8 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I was there in your debut, man. That's your debut, no, in UFC.
Yeah. Yeah, it was my debut.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I was there. I remember like you coach, everybody, not very nice people, and yeah, right away I say, yeah, this guy is gonna be, it's gonna be something in UFC, man, because right away you in the debut, you over there signing the poster, talking a little shit already, exciting to be there. It was fun, man. Right away, like I like your crew, I like everybody. It was a good vibe.
Thank you so much, Glover. I mean, you're just a great guy though. You're so positive and happy all the time. What was the turning point for you when you had a couple ups and downs in the UFC and then you switched it on, man, and your grappling and your boxing, you really all came together and you got that title. You fought a couple people, you knocked out a couple people and dominated to get to the top and became the champion. What was the turning point for you when you had some struggles and then moved on to just such great success?
I don't know. I think letting go, because I put I knew from a long time before I got in UFC. I had the visa problem. I was training with the best in the world already. Like trained with the number one fighters. Junior Dos Santos. I trained with Kane. I trained with Chuck. And I do Lyoto. I train with everybody at their prime, really. Like train with Lyoto when Lyoto was a champion, Chuck when he was a champion, and everybody, those guys, you have the respect from the fighters, right? Like like the crowd didn't know who I was, but Minotauro, Lyoto, all those guys, they knew it was champion material. Like when Alex walked to the gym and I say, hey man, this guy's for sure he's gonna be a champion. He got everything to be a champion. Those guys talk to me about that, and I thought I'll be a champion. I think that pressure that I put to myself, I think maybe it hurts my career because I was too much sometimes. When I let that go, when I lost to Cody Anderson, I say, you know what? I opened the bigger gyms, and I say, no, now I can make my bread and butter here, and I'm just gonna have some fun, and I'm gonna fight another 2 years. I was 39 at the time. I say I'm gonna fight another year or two, and I'm gonna make some money, buy a little condos, and just chill and relax. And I was just like doing my best training, but like I didn't think I'll be a champion anymore. So I didn't care. I accepted not be a champion. I accepted like okay, this is great. My life is great. I have a great gym, a dream gym that for me, I have everything. I'm living out of fighting. That's something that I love, and the result it comes, man. The result just keep coming. I keep winning, keep doing good. I sleep better. And my title fight, I remember, I was like so chill and relaxed. Like, man, I'm just grateful that I'm here. One more time, 42 years old, fighting for the title. This is amazing. I'm already won. I'm already a champion, and I fought so well. The fight went so good, and that's it, man. I think that pressure. That's what I try to pass to the guys right now. Accept what it is. Train hard because you go and it's never give up. It's like it's for you too, Mike. I actually say your name a lot of times here. Not giving up because you lose. You lost a couple fights too in UFC, and look at you, man. You come with bare knuckle and you made big money. Way more money than you fight in UFC.
Thank you.
But if you give up back then, if you're like, I'm not, you just be, a retired fighter maybe, but you didn't. You just keep doing your best, keep fighting.
But with I'm curious, like, did you get big on recovery and stuff? And like, when did your journey start? Because like, I went pro at like 24, was in the UFC 25, and then I've been through all these fights, and I'm 33 now, and like, to go another 10 years, you were pro until you were fighting until you were what, 44 or something?
Yeah.
And to be pro for another 10 years and have all these battles, I'm thinking about it like it's something I want to do because that money will be there for me to get, and I need to get that. But like, at the same time, sometimes I'm like, I'm tired, man. My neck hurt, my shoulder shit hurts, man. How do you deal with the recovery? Your body just held together. You so big and strong, man, at 220 pounds at least.
240 right now.
240. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It holds better at that big weight, or what?
Yeah. No, yes, recovery is a big part of it. Like I say, I'm not gonna be out. I was training too much for my age at that time, 2 times, sometimes 3 times a day, and I was like, I'm just gonna train one time, and maybe two. I was just training how I feel, right? I was not having a schedule. It was more like, okay, yeah, I feel good today. And of course, I try to keep some schedule for the team, like sparring day, this and that. But yeah, like I train, I spar, and if I feel good to go at night and do some condition or some work, I do it. And if I not, I'm just stay home reading, recovering, doing ice bath, doing sauna, and the next day I went to this meditation camp too. You know, like with Sadhguru, and it was I say it was an event that they teaching how to manage your energy, you know, how to manage
Mm.
our energy to like the days, to how you focus our energy on one thing, you know, that helps too, you know, like when I'm gonna focus my energy into it, you know, all these little things like stress during the day, fighting and a traffic jam and all these things is energy you spend that you should not be. So the people that is more calm, that is more relaxed, is more happy, for sure they're gonna have a better result in training. And that's
Mm.
like how you manage your energy. Don't spend your energy in stupid shit. Just focus on the goal and trying to put all the energy there, and that helps a lot, you know.
Us.
I
Obrigado.
love I love hearing that. And you know, cuz the stress that we have in our daily lives, most of it we put on ourselves. You know what I mean? And so to be able to block that out is vitally important, especially as you move along from the day to day. But like, so the meditation part seems very important to you. Is that something that you teach to your guys as well?
Yeah, I do. You know, I'm not trying to be, you know, too crazy, too hippie about it. You know, I wanna talk to
Yeah.
Mike Perry, tell him to meditate when he's over there bleeding and get the guy though. Come on, man, punch me, motherfucker. You know, but I do say a lot of things about, yeah, man, like karma and like you know, be nice and be good. And yes, the meditation process of like being present, you know, don't worry about what's gonna happen, it's already written. You know, I already say, you always say, you do just do your best in life, not to do a bunch of crazy stuff, but you know, not to, you know, focus too much on pleasure of life, and just let it take you. You know, like the zine, you know, it's a good pleasure. I'm not trying to control that. I'm not trying to go crazy. You know, sometimes
They should be paying you guys, man. Zen should be paying you and Alex Pereira. I hope he's got to deal with them.
I know, but yeah, for
He
sure,
beat them.
I try to pass that on to the guys, help him out a little bit, stay in the present.
You know the movie The Hulk. They were in. He was in Brazil, and he was doing the
Yeah,
breathing meditations, and he was learning how to control his
Yeah.
Hulkness. Remember that they were in Brazil doing that. So the Portuguese, the Brazilians got that meditation.
we all like that, man. We all like that. I mean, I am like that a lot. You know, like I have the explosion that I get really angry. I've been controlling that more. I'm like that guy. I'm that guy. You know, that like with my meditation, with my peace, like observing the leaves fall when they fall over here, the color changing, the life, like keep trying to be present, observing the with the beauty of the father did, you know, and that maybe control, so I don't have those stress moments and stuff like that. So I think in a way we all like that in a little bit, you know. Of course, some people will hold that in too much, and when they explode, they explode too extremely, you know. Like the Hulk is to be strong and big, so he just break things. But some people is fragile, is not, so they're gonna react in a different way, you know. Like eventually, it could go always to depression, you know, and suicide and stuff like that. People get depressed because they have that anger and they're not letting go. And it's not letting go is the key. The letting go is not the key, but I think letting go the anger, you know, punch the bag, come here, hit the bag, do a little sparring, hit each other, you know, do sports, you know, like get in a bike ride
Yeah.
and push yourself. Let's say, you know, let me see my heart rate go to 180 today. Let me, you know, let me see how many miles I can do, 20, 30, like David Gaga say. All this stuff will release that hook, that incredible hook that want to
Us.
get out, you know? and it's not always by violence, but I think we all have that. We have to do it. And the sports, definitely, the sports, that's what I'm doing. To have the gym and have to do that for all, for guys like Alex Pereira or for a 70 years old guy, 78 years old guy that train with us in the morning here, and the little kids, 3 years old, all that, it changed.
Yes, sir. You heard it here, folks. Get you some motivation in your life. One of the greatest coaches in the world right now, of one of the greatest fighters in the world right now, Glover Teixeira,
Thank
is letting you know to get out there and push yourself a little bit for your mental health and concern. I know some days I'm scrambling and then I get to the gym and I can wear myself out and then I feel so much better either that night or the next morning. So I definitely get what you're saying. So, Mac, you got some questions for Glover? I know you packed some stuff together.
Yeah, always. Glover, giant fan. Going back to kind of what you said, you really have worked with, fought with, competed with the best of just about every era of MMA. Like absolute legend of the sport. Going back over, you debuted in 2012, I think, but you fought in WEC in 2006. What would you say is something about the game back then that you preferred? And obviously, over time, it's changed. MMA landscape has changed a bunch. And what's something you prefer how it is now?
I don't know. I think I'm, like I say, I'm trying to enjoy the present moment. If you live in the past and say how good, how cool, I guess like we all have that being WC, WC 2002. That's when I did it, the WC third,
Damn.
2002.
Yeah.
And I fought some in 2006. But yeah, I don't know, just that vibe, the fighters coming in. I don't know because it was new, seeing Rampage, the Pride, and all the guys just hanging out more together was not this big. Today, I think because the social media and the popularity too of the guys is it's getting to a different level. Guys are like. Yeah, I don't know. The fans too. You can't just hang out anymore much with the big name fighters. Back then, you used to be able to just hang out, talk about fighting game, this and that. But yeah, I'm enjoying now the how big the game got, man. Trying to go with the flow, like
Yes, sir.
Dixon Grace to say, flow with the go.
Flow to go. There you go. Well, speaking of social media, you and Alex, are known for the little pranks you pull on each other all the time. You guys come off like best friends all the time. Is there any like hilarious pranks we haven't seen a video of? Is that just on? I doubt it's just on camera. But do you have any prank stories that maybe you don't have on camera?
We all the time like kind of mess with each other, but it's just like scary or trying to. Like another day, I kind of push him to the lake a little bit, but just he's like, oh shit, man, I thought you were gonna throw me over there because and but like not really, nothing too much crazy. If I'm thinking of something nice, I probably make I have somebody film me, because it's one of those things, man. What's the point if you're not nobody's seeing it? Like
Yeah, yeah,
nowadays it's
hell
there,
yeah.
What do we do? We mess around with each other all the time here, like make him say things. We have a Brazil, I don't know, but we make him say like we always prank each other, make him say like English things like if you say the fish ball cat, right? Fish ball cat. So in English, and you tell the guys, okay, say that quick, and they go fish ball cat. It's in Portuguese. It's like you say, I did a blowjob. I just did a blowjob.
There you go.
All right, I got to ask this one. So the viral video of him pulling up with the blue Lambo. Did did you really think he was giving it to you or no? Or did the video just make it look
We
like
met,
that?
we messed around when he got in, right? I told him I did it before. Then he said, "Oh man, we gotta put this one." So, that was my first reaction. I didn't. Of course, I didn't think. I knew he got the limbo, but I play around when he walk in. He's like, "Hey, go over my," and I was like, "Hey, bro, you're gonna have to give me a bigger house too, because I'm gonna put all those gifts that you give me, you know." He's like, "Oh, no, 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 this one is not for you." You know, I don't think he thought it was because I joke with him. I say, "Hey, man," and then he's like, "Let's put that in camera, man."
That's funny. Yeah, you guys have a very, I guess, close personal relationship as well. And I'm assuming this really you probably do a lot of this just to keep him loose.
No, natural. This, I mean, Alex come over here, train with Thiago. Right away, it's like he start hanging out with me a lot in my house. You know, he just go over there to talk, and I have a backyard, nice backyard. So we just hang out, shooting a bow and arrow. You know, and yeah, talk shit, but like nothing really. The guy is relaxed, he's chill, he's focused. He got his mind like one thing, you know. He spent his energy one thing. He's very focused what he's doing, and we're just good friends. I try to be like that with everybody on my team. I say like I don't care if you have the biggest potential. I don't care if you're gonna be the next Alex Pereira. If you do have a bad attitude, for sure it's not gonna work out. What's the point? I mean, what is the point if I have 10 Alex Pereira, but I'm not happy, I'm not feeling comfortable around the guys because the guy's the douchebag or do something. You know, I rather just have a people that I really like, because when you really like something, it feels like it never works. So trying to keep the team that way.
Well, what is it about Alex Pereira that you and him clicked so much?
I don't know, man. I just we you know think it the same way. I don't know. I can't explain. It's just like we like same things. Like if I like the way he thinks. He's a great guy. He's a great heart, helping a lot of people. Alex, from the beginning when I come over here, he loves the way I was, helping people in Brazil, taking people grocery store. He started like, "Oh, Glove, I want to do this. I want to do that sometimes." And he started doing after his first couple fights in UFC. Of course, he's growing now. Now he can do more bigger things, a lot of trucks in a different city. Now he's talking to me about like, "Hey Glove, we gotta plan something to Brazil. We gotta fix some people's house, man, because like you say, we go in people's house. They don't have a stove. They don't have a roof over the top of the kitchen. The bathroom is the toilet's not even work. So let's do something so we can help some people there." And
Mad
it's
respect.
That's incredible.
great guy, and great
Yeah.
sense of humor, not sensitive, not a sensitive bitch like most of people. Like you say something and people get mad at you for like, bro, I'm trying to. You tell the guy keep your goddamn hands up, man, and the guy is mad at you because you think you yell at him. No, I tell you to keep your hands up. I was telling you a good thing. You don't have to be mad at me.
Pineda like never has his hand. No, I guess he does have his hands up, but I feel like his hands are always pretty low. But he's so long, he just hits
But
people.
I say all the time, and Khalil, when he start walking Khalil down and he just keep his hand down, I was like, keep your goddamn hands up, motherfucker! Fuck! Because, he's fighting Khalil Roundtree, the one of the hardest hitters in the game. And you just go down with, of course I know, that's how he fights. He have the reflex moving hand. But it's just being a corner, it sucks, man.
That was gonna be another one of my quick questions because you guys are so close. Like, is there like you? There's that video of you reacting to him winning, and it reminds me of Khabib when he's coaching like Islam. Obviously, they're super close. You and Alex are kind of like that. Do you think that uh affects the way you coach him at all, being so close as friends?
No doubt about it, because we have that connection, that passion. It's just like a lot of times with Alex, like we think so much alike, man. Like when I go say something to his sister or to any of the guys in the team, and he's like, he come to me sometimes like, "Oh, Glover, it's so crazy, man. I was already after training. I was gonna tell you to talk about this, to talk about that." and you already say it, or vice versa. He come to me and say, "Hey, I think you need to talk with this or do this," and I say, "Yeah, I was thinking that already too, man. It's crazy because I was telling my wife yesterday that's what I'm gonna do, the change." So the mind is there. We sometimes just the look, I like. And he's like, it's just like, hey, he's trying. He's like, yeah, I know, no, I know what he's trying to do, and he already know exactly what I'm gonna say without saying.
You guys just speak each other's language. Yeah. One, one quick more. I mean, I could ask a ton of them, but I got one more quick one, and I'll pass off the torch. But is it Alex apparently told you recently you have to fight again, and you said you are interested, competing maybe jiu-jitsu, boxing, or even possibly a UFC fight. Update us on that. I mean, that was only like a couple weeks ago, I think. But are we really gonna see you get back out there again?
Definitely, I like to compete again. See, maybe a jiu-jitsu tournament for sure. The grappling is gonna come there first, and like I say, put myself in a situation because I trained with Alex. Was like we in LFA, and he's like, "Oh man, I kind of wanna." I think that fight wasn't talk with Khalil. It's like, yeah, I kind of want to do some training, some sparring, but maybe when we get home Sunday, Glover, we can get some guys. I do some light sparring, with the guys just to get. I say, hey, I do a couple rounds with you today. So we went down and we did a couple rounds, light rounds, of course, but like grapple hard, trying to grapple him, trying to take him down and stand up, and then the heat guts get up. I said I was gonna do 3 rounds. I did five 3-minute round, but with MMA. So, and he sits down over there. He's like, "Oh, you gotta go back and fight, Glove. You gotta go back and fight." I train everybody, man. I train with everybody, man. Those guys don't push me like you do, man. I was in the end there. I was going. You gotta go back and fight. And I say, hey, man,
Yeah.
maybe.
Mike, why don't you tell him about dirty boxing? 'Cause
I
I
was
feel like
just
Glover will be
about
a
to get to
great
that,
fit. A
man.
great
I was
fit.
just about to get to that. So, Glover, we have a new sport coming out. We're having a private show in Miami. It's called Dirty Boxing Championships. November 23rd, we're going to have a private show in Miami. So if you're in the area, we'd love to have you come out if you want to watch. So what's new about the sport is people love to say that, oh, it's just MMA without kicking or grappling. But I like to say it's boxing with elbows and ground and pound.
But it's MMA then.
No, it's boxing, 5-ounce gloves, so MMA gloves, but just a little bit bigger, right? And it's punching with you can do spinning back fists. It's only punches with the upper body, and you can elbow. And if you knock your opponent down with a strike, you can ground and pound, but you have to stay on your feet. They can use like De La Hiva, or they can try to pull you into guard if they're going down to get the ref to stop the action and stand there back up and continue to box. But it's boxing with elbows and ground and pound.
So, so no submission.
No submissions. No, if the person ground and pounding, their knee touches the ground or their opponent, then the action will get stood back up. You have to stay on your feet when ground and pounding.
Okay.
So you can finish the fight if you knock your opponent down.
Your opponent's knee too. Look, so if you're tuning like on your four to get up, you on your knees, right?
Well, he can go up. I mean, if he gets knocked down and he's on his butt or his back, but the opponent is not on his knees and he's trying to hit him, then the action continues until he either gets stopped or knocked out, TKO'd, or the ref steps in, or if his knees touches and they stand them back up and they continue to box.
That's exciting, man. No boring fight.
No boring fights.
No boring fights. And we have some great fights on the card too.
It's a good for like even like to be honest, I like even for guys that I think the sport should be growing more for a guy that's gonna do MMA, right? Like because in the beginning they're gonna do MMA, but they start with that because a lot of times, like you see a guy that's really good and is a great wrestler that doesn't know any striking, but in the amateur level is difficult because then he's gonna hold them, just hold over there. It's a boring fight, man. He's just a holding the whole time, just hold.
Yeah, no boring here. I believe that I gotta give some credit in parts of my ideas for Dirty Boxing Championships would be, considering BKFC style fighting, but adding the small gloves. I think we're going to get a big impact on the punches, and guys are going to, there's going to be some good highlights, I think, in this style of sport. And then, adding the elbows to the boxing. I think that could give us some incredible footage as well. Got some guys that might want to fight in that?
Maybe, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe
Hey,
Glover come over.
we have a very big name fighting on the November card. We can't say who it is, but he's about your age right now, and he's still in his prime.
All right. Hey, man,
He's giving it away.
let me if I can be there for sure, I'll let you guys know and take a trip there, man.
Thank you, Glover. Yeah, you got my number, brother. You can hit me up anytime. Maybe we'll link and I can train with you and the Poeton sometime.
Of course, brother.
Talking about the gloves, this reminded me of something that you might have some insight into, Glover. Obviously, the UFC just went to these new gloves, and there's a lot of fans saying that now the KO rate is gone down, but cuts have gone up. Like there's not as many KOs, and that could just be matchmaking. But what do you think about it? Because there is a theory online of fans that think that these gloves are preventing KOs now. What do you think's different about? Because you didn't compete with the new gloves, but you've had Alex, so you've obviously seen the new gloves. What do you think about them?
No, yeah, that's the same. I think same, man. It's no, believe me. Get hit with that one, you're gonna go down to in the right place. Maybe guys getting better with rolling with the punches a little more. Guys getting smarter in the pocket now. But for sure, man, I use those gloves. I have one. Alex give me one of these gloves I train. Same thing. It's just a little bit different the grip, the way the hand close. I think it's better, more softer. But I you get hit with that one or the other one, it's the same thing, man.
Same shit. Word.
Because you were champ and you're so like you're top of the top 10 of all time in UFC, in my opinion. So, did you ever hang out with Dana White? Did you guys ever party together or like celebrate a victory together? Anything like that?
No. Just like see him in events, say hi. And back then it was like, work with Chuck, hang out with a couple times, just like, just here and then never went to Daniel or anything crazy like that, no.
Okay. Yeah, he's pretty strict, all about his work, huh?
He's focused, he's using his energy for one thing only, man. It's his job.
I got one more quick one. Okay, who do you want? Obviously, Alex might be the biggest star in the UFC right now. Who do you want him to fight next? Because, people want to see him get right back in there. They're talking about him taking time off, much well-deserved time off. When do you want to see him come back and against who? And, you could say anybody.
Yeah, the fight is, they talk about Ankalaev right now. It's probably like the fight a light heavyweight, but if Alex he wants to move up, I'm 100% behind him. I think he can do it. I think he can fight any of those heavyweights. But for sure, the time off, I like him too. So I've been saying that for months, for a couple fights ago. I want him to take a couple months off, 6 months off, maybe fight, come back in 6 months, and maybe March or April next year he fights. That'd be perfect time, in my opinion, for recover little things here and there. His toe, his rib was hurting last fight, and just get 100% and enjoy a little bit more. Not have to go back camp to camp. It's very stressful. Just enjoy a little more.
Hell yeah.
I think everybody wants to make I hope we're all hoping that the Jon Jones fight gets made. That we're all hoping that Jon fights Stipe, and then they're talking about Aspinall. But okay, so it would probably be Pereira versus Aspinall because neither one of them is going to turn it down. And then
Yeah,
we want Jon to fight again after he fights Stipe.
yeah. But the biggest fight right now will be, Jon Jones and
Alex Pereira.
the biggest. The one's gonna sell the most. There's no big fight right
100%.
now than those two meeting up and see who's the best. But I mean, like I say, it's up to you. It's one of those things. It's hard to see. It's one of those fantasy things that we have. We have that for boxing. Like boxing is very annoying right now because when you see guys in the top, like I want to see Anthony Joshua and the Wild. For a
Yeah.
while, man. I see they're never gonna happen. When they start talk about happens, yeah, Anthony Joshua start losing, Wilder start losing, and now if they fight, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, they fighting. But when they both
Yeah.
undefeated, it was like, oh man, I want to see this fight, but it never happens because it's too much. Like talk about Francis now going back to UFC and fight Jon Jones and stuff like that. It's so hard to happen like that.
There's too many politics in boxing. Like we all want Canelo and Benavidez, but we can't get it.
Well, the
That's what
fight
I love
game in
about
general.
UFC.
Yeah, but they say the fans is the one that says, right? Oh, the fans, whatever you guys say, we do it, and, because then it's gonna be like, okay, my pocket, your pocket, which one's gonna be more money? And nope, I don't wanna. Oh, fuck the fans, you know what I mean? Come on, man. You gotta let it go a little bit. Let it go a little bit. Make a little less money, but make the big fight for the fans. I think you grow the sport more. I think the boxing do that. The boxing will be bigger than it is today. I think the reason is UFC is growing so much because UFC does them more. Not all the time, but it does it more. They bring guys like
Yep.
George St. Pierre fight Michael Bisping, but everybody wants to see George St. Pierre and Anderson Silva. It never happened, at that time. It's like the fight they gotta make it happen.
I agree.
When they can. Sometimes, I mean, that's the fight game. They just can't make some things for the biggest
I
super fight.
talk as a fan, I'm talking as a fan. I'm like, I'm over here. Then when I see this interview, it's gonna be, yeah, come promote the show and you'll see, you dumbass. Talking about like a fan.
As a fan, what are some of the matchups that you want to see right now in the UFC?
For sure, Alex and either one of the heavyweights. Of course, I want to see Alex with the heavyweight crowd.
Alex and John,
Yeah,
right?
Alex and Jon
That's the one.
Jones. One of the fights, a good Shimaev and Nick Bow. That's just
Oh,
that's
Bo
just for
Nickel.
me,
Yeah.
okay. For my
Yeah.
but now Shimaev went up to but that was a fight that I wanted to see the rest. It's a bunch of fights, man.
It was an honor speaking with you today, man. Thank you for your time, and we hope we didn't step on your toes there. I don't know if you're training with your people over there in your backyard or what it is you got going, but thank you, Glover.
Man, thank you. I'm in the gym right now, but we just overlooking some stuff. We open up the gym, expanding, so just doing some work.
Is Poetan in there? Tell him to come say hey.
No, Patan, he left yesterday. He left to go to Mexico. He's in Mexico right now.
Oh, nice.
All right. One last question: Brazilian women or American women?
America, man, I have to say.
Oh man, that's
Hey,
good
Mike
stuff.
likes the Mexicans, so Mike may fly down and hang out with Poetan for the week.
Don't do that.
His
Okay,
Mexican
I
wife is gonna hear that.
My wife is Mexican, and that's it.
Shit.
I love her too. She's so beautiful. I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. Thank you so much,
all right.
man.
This guy put us in the spot over here, man.
know, you
Yeah,
get-
we like
I
to
like
do, we
the
like to do
video.
that on this show.
Where Alex smashed your phone, or you smashed his phone? No, Alex smashed your phone because your wife came out.
Yeah,
That was a good one.
yeah, it was fun.
That was a good one.
Glover, you're the man, dude. Thank you so
Hey guys,
much.
thank you so much, guys. Who's?
Us, brother.
You're amazing, bro.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Thanks for your time.
Yo, Glover's a G, man. I really like that dude. I like to watch his videos all the time on like IG. Like just the way the way he's, I guess, like, and I'm sure it comes with age and everything that comes with it, but just his mental acuity and the way he prepares himself and his outlook on life, right, is killer.
I'm a big fan of Glover. Really happy for him and proud of him. I mean, I met him at my debut, and he was the same guy that I just saw on camera talking to. Just such a positive guy. He was out there at the gym training with his people, his friends, people he keeps close. He tries to support the MMA community, and he's with one of the greatest fighters in history right now. Alex Pereira skyrocketed to the top, and we would have asked him to come on the show, but I think his English is
It's not good.
10%.
That time I hung out with Pereira, dude, the only English word I heard him say was Panda Express. No, it was Panda Express and then orange chicken. Because I asked him what he wanted to eat, and he said Panda Express. I said, what does he get? So my friend Fern had to translate for me. What do you eat from there? And he looked at me and smiled and said orange chicken. That's the only English he ever spoke to me. It was funny as shit.
Oh man, that's good stuff. Well,
I can feel that, man. When it was like my first day in Mexico, right? I had just moved there, didn't know any Spanish whatsoever, and I found a McDonald's right by my house, and so I went to go order breakfast, right? And they're talking to me, and I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck they're saying. I'm just pointing at the board and like throwing up a number. You know what I mean? Like,
Happy meal in the box.
yeah, three, Trace. Hang on, what is that, Mikey?
This is a sample. I don't know if I'm supposed to be talking about it, but I don't care. It's a sample from Mexico, 100% agave. I think there's some other flavors in there that I don't want to let go yet, but that is a sample of platinum tequila. I already drank one bottle of it. It was pretty good. I was chugging that shit. So,
What night was that?
that wasn't that night. It wasn't that night. It was after that night. So, yeah, I've definitely chilled out.
You've chilled out. You
I
just
wasn't.
chugged the bottle
First
right
of all,
after.
I wasn't drinking that night. Okay,
Or you weren't driving that night.
I was punch drunk, is what I was.
That's right. Well, yeah, that night.
Yeah,
But I'm
that
saying
night.
you weren't driving the night you chugged the bottle of tequila.
Right. I like to stay
Definitely
home
not.
and play video games. I've been going in on Skyrim lately. I don't know if you've ever
What?
played Skyrim, Icebag.
Dude.
I've not. Is it good?
I have found, obviously there's probably DLC, but I found all these things that I never did before when I played the game so long ago. So I've been going in on Skyrim. I got like a good character. I've been going through all the caves and tunnels and shit. It's a good game, man. When the babies are going crazy, I'll take them outside, but I like to, on my downtime, play some Skyrim. That's for all the nerds out there. Shout out to Kim Pye. I was listening to that song earlier. But how did it go? Come Pye Pandas. Come Pye Pandas.
Oh, was that the SoundCloud link you guys sent?
Yeah, dude.
I didn't know
that
what
shit
the
was
fuck that
lit.
was.
That song was kind of fire, yeah.
Okay, I'll check it out right after this.
We got to put that on here. So Thank you, everybody. Thanks for your time. Thanks for watching Overdogs Podcast. Shout out to Glover Teixeira, absolute legend in the sport of MMA and combat, in the history of the UFC, and current head coach of the number one guy out there, Alex Pereira, right now. So shout out to him for coming on Overdogs Podcast. I hope you enjoyed the content and the talks that we had. Plug
For anyone
yourselves
out there that says nice guys finish last, go watch Glover Teixeira's career.
Yeah. Agreed.
That's just a bad excuse for being a pussy, dude. That's just all that is.
Overdogs.bet coming in January. Can Pie Pandas. Much love.
I'll be
Dirty
posting
Boxing
parlays.
Championship
I'll be
coming
posting
soon.
my Overdogs.bet parlays. Can we use Bitcoin on there?
Yeah, you can use whatever you want to. I can't wait to get you on there. I'm going to break your ass.
I only bet with my Bitcoin money, so I'm doing
Hey,
okay
Mike's going to be fighting at 57 for Dirty Boxing Championship after Overdogs bet parlays.
for $57.
We'll load you up with some free play each month that you can
Oh
fuck
man,
with.
I'm so excited for that show coming up. Dirty Boxing Championships. We got a stacked card, and you'll find out about the fights if you're not able to make it to the show. If you haven't done your registration, you will see some highlights of the fights and the first attempt at this rule set in combat sports. So I think we got some good names on there, some guys that are going to put their blood and heart into it, and we're going to have some banger fights, man. That stuff will be coming up soon, and then we'll have another Overdogs podcast for you in the meantime. So thank you, everybody, for watching Overdogs Podcast. That's it for the day.
Thanks, boys. Always fun.
Thanks, guys.